We have some breaking news for you on this Monday evening. You're taking a look here at a post on X from the Associated Press as they are now reporting some breaking news that the Supreme Court has lifted a court order blocking President Trump from deporting Venezuelans under a rarely used 1798 wartime law. Now, that decision came down 5-4, with the court saying that the migrants still must get a chance to challenge their deportation before they are taken out of the country, and said the Trump administration must give them, quote, reasonable time to go to court. But the conservative majority said the legal challenges must take place in Texas instead of a Washington courtroom. The AP goes on to say that the justices acted on the administration's emergency appeal after the federal appeals court in Washington left in place an order temporarily prohibiting deportations of the migrants accused of being gang members under the Rarely Used Alien Enemies Act. The case has become a flashpoint amid escalating tension between the White House and the federal courts. So that is just the latest here. We do have some video on your screen just showcasing some of those deportations, some of which we have shown live as several of those migrants touched down in Venezuela. Happening very recently here, but we do continue to have more reaction from within the Trump administration regarding this breaking news. Here on your screen, we have a post from Attorney General Pam Bondi also saying this: the Supreme Court sides with the Trump administration on the Alien Enemies Act. Tonight's decision is a landmark victory for the rule of law. An activist judge in Washington, D.C. does not have the jurisdiction to seize control of President Trump's, authority to conduct, and then that tweet does go on to say, to conduct foreign policy and keep the American people safe. It finishes off by saying the Department of Justice will continue fighting in court to make America safe again. So that is the reaction from Attorney General Pam Bondi, who has been at the forefront when it comes to these discussions having to do with the deportations that have been brought forth by the Trump administration. Just continuing to follow all of this breaking news here, again, with the Associated Press just reporting that the Supreme Court has lifted a court order blocking the Trump administration from deporting Venezuelan migrants under an 18th century wartime law in that decision that came down 5-4. The court again saying the migrants still must get a chance to challenge their deportation before they are taken out of the country, and said the Trump administration must give them, quote, reasonable time to go to court.